Hello everyone, it's Jade from Boho Bookworm. Welcome back to my channel. I have a very big book haul today. Slowly but surely, my shelves are filling up. And the first book that I'm excited to talk to you about today is The Accidental Medium by Tracy Whitwell. I've seen this book on the shelves in the shops for a while now, and every time I see it, I'm just so drawn to it. So I'm really excited that I've finally gotten a copy. It's basically everything I would like in a book. There's some red wine, it's about a medium. I do have a bit of a fascination with things like tarot and the otherworldly kind of stuff. And it's about this medium that is solving crime right up my street. The premise just sounds so good as well. So it's about this girl called Tans, who is a wine-loving, straight-talking, once successful TV actress from Gateshead, whose career is has shriveled like an antique walnut. She is still grieving from her friend Frank, who died in a car crash 3 years ago, and she has to find a normal job in London to fund her cocktail habit. When she starts work in a new age shop, Tan suddenly discovers that the voices she's hearing in her head are not just in her imagination working overtime, but are in fact messages from beyond the grave. So she's really alarmed, and she goes and confronts someone and discovers that she's actually got medium powers, and she's going to start solving some murder cases using her new powers. How good does that sound? I can't wait. I'm actually thinking about bringing this one with me to New York, which is coming up very soon, and I can't freaking wait. If you've got any recommendations for New York, please let me know, because there's just so much that I need to do there, and I wish we had more time. We've got some things already booked in, like obviously ice skating in Central Park has been the biggest thing on my bucket list forever. The frozen hot chocolates at Serendipity Cafe from the movie Serendipity. Walking across the Brooklyn Bridge, just seeing Brooklyn. Hopefully going to go see the Book of Mormon, which will be amazing. I've heard that you should go to Top of the Rock and not the Empire State Building to see all the big views of the skyscrapers and stuff. So hopefully we'll do that. Oh, there's just so much. Okay, so my next book is The Snow Child by Owen Ivey. This is, I believe, my January book club pick, and it's set in Alaska in the 1920s. It's about Jack and Mabel, and they've staked everything for this new fresh start. Mabel lost a baby a number of years ago, and she's still haunted by, you know, what happened. It's a traumatic thing. And one day they live out in this wilderness, like quite remote and cut off from the rest of the world, and this mysterious little girl appears. I think the whole gist of the story is that could this mysterious girl potentially be their daughter, or I don't know, but it sounds very like mysterious and dark and a little bit creepy, so I can't wait to read this. Then quite close to where I live, literally just a stone's throw away really, there's this like little secret library where you can go and drop off some books and take books as you want. It's really cute, and I picked up these two the other day. This is one that I have been looking at for a number of years. When was it actually published? 2020. So it's Just My Luck by Adele Parks, and on the front it says, "What if winning means losing everything?" So I've recently started playing the lottery. Hasn't been very successful thus far. And this is about Lexi and Jake, and they've been playing the lottery with the 6 same numbers with their friends for years. And one day they win the lottery, £18 million. They've played it for years with their friends, and now all their friends are determined to get a bit of their prize money, and so there's this massive rift in the group. And yeah, I think that's such a cool concept for a book, and I'm really excited for it. This is a book I hadn't heard anything about, and it's The Girl Before by Nicola Rayner. So this is about this girl called Alice, and she's always been quite haunted by the woman from her husband's past. Her husband's this guy called George, and he's got something to do with politics. He's in TV, and he's always been known as a bit of a ladies' man. I have a big thing with books about pregnancies or creepy kids right now. So Alice falls pregnant, and when she does, her thing with this other woman from his past becomes an obsession. The reason for this obsession is that this girl from the past is this really young, beautiful student who actually went missing. She starts to think that maybe her husband hasn't been very truthful about what really happened with this girl, Ruth. And yeah, she just starts to investigate it. So it sounds super fun. Apparently, she thinks that she sees this girl on a train or something. Yeah, on a train. And yeah, she doesn't really know what's happening. So really looking forward to that one as well. I've got so many books. I don't know where I'm going to find the time to read them all. I need like a book holiday. Then for just 50p in the charity shop, I got Hamlet by Maggie O'Farrell, which I've heard so many good things about. The sun is coming out, blinding me. Let's go back. It was pouring with rain a moment ago. So I know this book is super popular, and I believe that my book club might actually pick it for an upcoming month as well. So this is even further back in time. We're going to 1596. And it's set in Stratford-upon-Avon, which is quite close to where I live. It's about this young girl who takes to her bed with a sudden fever, and her twin brother Hamlet searches everywhere for help, but nobody's at home. So even though it's the twin sister that is sick, the book says neither parent knows that Hamlet will not survive the week. Hamlet is a novel inspired by the son of a famous playwright, a boy whose life has been all but forgotten, but whose name was given to one of the most celebrated plays ever written. I'm really looking forward to this. Historical fiction is something that I have definitely been enjoying a little bit more lately, and I just can't wait to dive into more and just immerse myself into that kind of genre. It also won the Women's Prize for Fiction 2020. Do I even need to explain this? Of course I have it. I don't understand how I haven't read it yet, but I am so excited. I would probably take this one with me to New York, but it's a hardcover and they're just a bit more weighty. But this is the long-awaited sequel to It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover, and it's following Atlas's story, I believe. I believe that Lily is divorcing Ryle now, and they've got this daughter, and suddenly Atlas comes back into her life. But because Ryle is still so involved, he's not very happy that Atlas is returning. I'm gonna get the tissues ready. Then I've got Wild Card. This cover, this book just looks so gorgeous, and it's all about tarot. It's by Jen Cownie and Fiona Lensvelt. Let the tarot tell your story. I believe that Emma from Drinking by My Shelf had met these two authors and got her cards read. Discover the tarot with Wild Card, a friendly, funny, and straightforward guide to each of the 78 cards, their stories, and their meanings. So it kind of looks like this. So it goes in detail into all the different cards within the tarot pack. Then 3 books that I got in my little eco book club boxes are these 3. So we've got The Third Wife by Lisa Jewell. I am currently absolutely loving The Family Remains by Lisa Jewell, and her writing is amazing, so I have no doubt that this book is going to be fantastic. This is One Man, 3 Marriages, A Tangled Web of Lies. London, 3 a.m, a tragic accident. Then your life begins to fall apart. You think you have the perfect life. You're successful, attractive, well-liked, and you've just got married for the 3rd time. But that's okay because everyone's happy, including your new wife. But she has a secret, and secrets have consequences, some of which can be devastating. I also got The Flip Side by James Bailey, and this is set on New Year's Eve. Josh has this high-flying proposal planned. It sounds really fun, actually. He's going to go up like the London Eye and propose to his girlfriend, but she says no, and I think he also loses his job and his flat. So then he decides that he's going to do every choice he makes is going to be made by flipping a coin. It's reckless and scary, but Josh has tried the right way, and look where he ended up. And what if the girl of his dreams is just one flip of a coin away? Sounds like a proper nice cozy read, and I think this would be a perfect read over like the December months when it's nice and cold and I just want to cozy up with some hot chocolate. The Whisper Network, which I have tried before and I just couldn't get into it. It's Sloane Ardy, Grace and Rosalita have worked in the same legal office for years. When the CEO suddenly dies, their boss Ames is the one in line for the top job. Ames has always been surrounded by whispers about how he treats women. Those whispers have been ignored, swept under the rug, hidden away by those in charge. But the world has changed, and the women are watching this latest promotion for Ames differently. This time they've decided enough is enough. So women against a dickhead. I mean, I don't remember really listening to this on Audible, so I might try give the actual physical book a go. I believe it was a Reese Witherspoon book pick. Yeah, she even says that it was thrilling. Claire McIntosh said it was furious, and Sarah Vaughan said this. I definitely need to give this one another go. And then an author, Leslie McCauley, kindly sent me her book, Rise. This premise sounds really intriguing. Just one choice can forever change you. Antoinette Madison is a smart, talented and beautiful young woman just beginning to stand on her own 2 feet. She can see nothing but endless possibilities in her future. She has it all: the dream job, her first home and a strong family by her side. Nothing could possibly bring Nettie down, or so she thought. After what begins as a typical night with a friend, her world is turned upside down in an instant, changing everything she expected out of life and love forever. Nettie, determined to put her fractured pieces of her new life back together, she is reminded time and time again that fate has other plans. Nothing could have ever prepared her for the events that one fateful night put into motion. Every impossible choice she is now faced with will carve out a future she couldn't possibly imagine. Will Nettie be able to overcome her trauma, her loss, and her heartache, or will she succumb to the darkness nipping at her heels? She must look deep inside of herself and find the strength to become her own saviour. Sounds great. Lastly, I have a Neighbourly by Nat Cuddington, a fellow booktuber and author tuber, and this one sounds amazing. This is about this girl called Isla, and she's just had this horrible breakup. She's almost 30 and she's just like, you know what, I'm done with men. Then one day she delivers pizza to this film set, and this really handsome guy, what was his name, Logan Jackson, they start kind of, it sounds a bit like Bridgerton in a way, where you know how Daphne and Simon have like a fake courtship so that people stop interfering with their lives, and Simon stops having women running after him all the time, and Daphne becomes more wanted by other suitors. So they kind of create, Isla and Logan, they create this ruse so that everyone thinks that they're together, but they've got some rules: no kissing, no touching each other's butts, all because Isla doesn't actually want a boyfriend. But then maybe she does with Logan. I think she's going to fall for Logan and live happily ever after, but let's see. It's a lot of books to get through, and I've run out of bookshelf space. Well, that's all from me today. Let me know if any of these tickle your fancy, if you've read any, which ones I should read first. You know what to do. Leave a comment down below. Talk to you all soon. Bye.